Dear students, welcome to the next lecture of 8051 timer slash counter. So in this 19th lecture, we are going to take the next example of counter programming. So let me read this problem statement first. So assume that 1 Hz frequency pulse is connected to the input pin 3.4. Okay, 1 kilohertz square wave frequency 1 Hz frequency pulse is connected to the input pin P3.4. Write a program to display counter 0 on an LCD. We have to write the program to display the counter 0 on an LCD. Set the initial count value of TH0 to minus 60. So actually minus is the notation for a mode 2. Since only TH0 is used, TH0 is of 8-bit wide, and they didn't give any TL information, only TH0 is used. The meaning is we have to use counter 0 and we have to use TH0 which resembles to the mode 0, right? Mode 0 is auto reload, right? In auto reload, what it is compulsory that in auto reload it is compulsory that whatever the value which is given, in front of that we need to take minus. Okay, minus is the notation that they have given. So let us start with the example. This example, 1 Hz frequency pulse is connected to pin 3.4. We need to write the program to display the counter 0 on the LCD. Okay, so to display TL count, on LCD, please recall auto reload mode, there we are giving the value to TH0, but the counter that we are going to start with a TL, right? So to display TL count on the LCD, we must convert the 8-bit binary data to ASCII. That is compulsory. Then only we can see the data on the LCD. Okay, so let us start with the first statement, A call LCD setup. So you don't worry about this instruction right now. This will be taken from the lookup table of 8051. So next, move tmod comma hash 0000 0110b. This can be written in binary like this fashion also in a binary. So in the question they are saying that we need to use counter 0 in mode 2, right? So put all the values inside tmod, you will get this amount of data. Next, and they have given the what should be the value inside th0. Take that value, move th0 comma hash minus 60. Minus is the notation. It is not that it is a minus 60, it is 60 actually, counting 60 pulses, you can say. But in mode 2 we have to represent that with a minus. So move th0 comma hash minus 60. Then set P3.4. So we should make this as an input pin, right? Set P3.4, right? From this the pulses are coming and we need to display those on a TL, right? So start the timer 0. So after starting the timer 0, whatever the value which is available in a TL0, right, that has to be given to A register, right? Whatever the value which the TL will start, but the value will be there in TH as per mode 2. The whatever the value which is at TL0, that will be given to A, right? So next, call convert is the function which convert the 8-bit binary data to ASCII. So after this instruction executes, it will jump to the convert data. So here so take 10 in B register, one more register, divide the value of A. In A, what is the value? The value of TL0, that will be divided by 10. Move the value into R2. Next, save the value in R2 register, one of the register. Take the value of B is equal to 10 again, divide the value, then make it ASCII. Next, similarly, take the value of A into the R4 register, right? Move the value of B into A register, make the value to the ASCII. Next, make the third digit to the ASCII value and return to the function. So this is the subroutine of conversion. Hope these statements are clear, because already this program has been done in a part A of software programs while doing the laboratory session. So when return is executed, it will come to the main program, right? After returning, already the binary value is converted into ASCII, and that has to be displayed. A call display. In a display, we need to get the data of that converted value. Next, check the value of so when this particular instruction executes, a call delay, here we have to write the display program, and hence here we have not yet written that program because it is there in the lookup table of 8051, a call display. After displaying the value, we need to check whether TF value becomes equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, then stop the timer by making TR is equal to 0, and we have to make TF value is equal to 0. Jump again is to be taken, right? Okay, this is how we need to display the value on the LCD. Display the value on LCD. So when you call a call delay, a call display, automatically the function will be given to a call LCD setup. So this is the function which is written in that lookup table of 8051. We need to go with that. You don't worry about that. You just concentrate how the flowing of the program takes place. So this is the main program, and this is the subroutine which is written here. Okay, you just concentrate on these instructions. So this is about the counter programming part. So by this we'll finish off the counter programming. In the next part, we'll take up the embedded C programming with respect to the timers as well as counters. Thank you.